Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. Yes, YouTube, I am back and more fiery than ever. I want to give a shout out to, because I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. I've been on Instagram doing stories and news and commentary and everything. By the way, I'll give a shout out to everybody that's been supporting me since day one. I love you guys, and I'm gonna try to put videos on YouTube again. And I've been doing a lot. I've been doing live streams on Habs TV. Check me out there. So, you know, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing big things right now, y'all. Big things. But let's get it started. Let's keep this on the topic level real quick. And I'm gonna give a shout out to my sister, Kimberly Frazier, on YouTube, because I have no idea about this story until she talks about it. And I told her I'm on this story big time. And I've even posted this on Instagram. So this person, this North Korean defector here, want to attack our sister, our Black Olympian, Gwen Berry. Calls her, not only she calls her spoiled, y'all, but she says she doesn't know her history when it comes to slavery. Who in the hell she thinks she is? Okay, so let me go ahead and read this article. This article comes from the New York Post. It says North Korean defector criticized Gwen Berry, calls her spoiled. But I'm gonna go ahead and she's on Fox News, by the way. We already know they are hating black people on Fox News ever before. So they're going to have their talking points on there. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to see if I can play this. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, reaction will not show you the video, but you will hear the audio of what this crazy woman says. So let's go ahead and play it, and then I'm going to continue the rest of my commentary. Sorry for the commercial, y'all. This is just commercial, but this interview will be there in a second. Here we go. Hold on, y'all.
National anthem. As we are reminded that America is one of the few countries that would allow it, by the way. The Wall Street Journal's Gerard Baker writes this. When the national anthem was played, Gwen Berry turned away and covered her head with a t-shirt. Imagine if a Chinese athlete did that. Unless they have hammer throwing competitions at re-education camps, it would be the last medal ceremony that athlete ever took part in. Our next guest couldn't agree more. She's a North Korean defector who lived in China, later escaped to the U.S., and now was a student at Columbia. Yanami Park joins us right now. She has a book out chronicling this entire experience. The book is called In Order to Live. Yanami, thanks so much for joining us. What's your reaction to Gwen Berry's actions after winning a place in the Tokyo Olympics?
So when I was watching that, if she did the exact same thing at this very moment, if she was a North Korean, not only herself gonna be executed, I mean, including 8 generations of her family gonna be sent to political prison camp and execution. So the fact—
I'm gonna stop you right there. Ladies and gentlemen, didn't you hear what she said? Didn't you hear what this woman said? She said if she was in North Korea, she would have been executed. And on top of that, her family for 5 generations would have been executed. Now, this is a North Korean defect said that to a black woman. Okay? You know for a fact that this is why I say all this protecting Asian people, having this anti-Asian law, protecting Asians from attacks and everything else. But how hell you gonna go on? And this, I mean, I'm glad that you don't go on CNN like this or MSNBC like this. They would cut you off in a second. But you're in the right place, going on Fox News, talking about that basically if she was in North Korea, oh, she would have been executed, and her family from 5 generations from executed. Who the hell she thinks she is? Let's continue with this. Sickening.
So she's gone there. Refusing to represent this tolerant, the land of the free, is unthinkable.
So her point is, well, America had slavery in the 3rd verse of the national anthem. She feels refers to slavery. That's what she was saying.
I mean, I was a slave. I was sold in China in 2007 as a child.
Oh, so she was a slave. And basically, and that's mainly, ladies and gentlemen, we already know about the national anthem. Basically, when on the 3rd verse, when they talking about slavery, we already know that. And when we talk about the Colin Kaepernicks kneeling, when the Olympics has banned Black Lives Matter paraphernalia, and people that want to fight social justice, they can't kneel on the Olympic platform. Then basically you talking about banning a person that has, when it comes to have the dreadlocks in their head, they got that swimming hat. I mean, like a swimming hats that cover their hair from mess up their hair. They banned that. And then we already know about the Sha'Carri Richardson situation. Now this bitch, excuse my French, had the audacity to talking about, oh, well, if basically if she was in North Korea, she would have been executed, and she would have been basically her family for 5 generations would have been executed. Who in the hell you think you are? But yet President Biden passing the anti-Asian hate bill, and you give this woman this platform to spill their hate against us. We have incidents in Asians on black attacks as it is. And yet you want to spew her hate, talking about if she was in North Korea, she would have been executed. Oh wow, she was on the right network on Fox News. Because if it's on MSNBC, or matter of fact, if it's on any other network, they would have cut her off and they would have get her out of there. So let's continue.
And at 13 years old. The people actually going slavery under Chinese Communist Party in North Korea. There is actual injustice, and the fact that she's complaining about this country, the most tolerant country, she doesn't really understand, I think, history.
She says her goal is to fight systemic.
Now, she just said that she doesn't know her history. Ma'am, basically you don't know about what's happening. You talking about, oh, I was enslaved in China and all of that. But ma'am, we've been enslaved for 500 years. Been involved in the Jim Crow era. Been involved in the Civil Rights era when our people been lynched and murdered. And you had the audacity to say, well, I've been a slave, I've been in China, and I mean, she doesn't know her history. Yeah, she was basically on the right platform on Fox News. So let's just finish this interview, and then I'm gonna finish the rest of my commentary.
Racism, it's bigger than just competing in sports.
That is so, I mean, in North Korea, people who are actually oppressed don't even know they're oppressed. The fact that she's complaining oppression and systemic racism, that she does not understand that she's so privileged. She's literally spoiled.
So basically she's saying, y'all, that she's privileged, that she's spoiled. But y'all, this North Korean defector didn't have she's never been through what we've been through as black people, right? 500 years of oppression, 500 years of slavery, of lynching of our ancestors. And yet you got this person on her platform saying this craziness. And yes, I am calling all out because this is ridiculous. And she had the audacity to talk about, oh, she doesn't know her history. If she was in North Korea, she would be executed. Her family from 5 generations would have been executed. Ma'am, you talking about she doesn't know her history? Are you serious? How dare you telling a black woman that she doesn't know her history? And she's been assassinated. And I'm going to tell you like this. I mean, she doesn't know about the KKK. She doesn't know about the Jim Crow laws. But yet you had the audacity to tell her that she doesn't know her history? Are you serious? Coming from a North Korean defector, coming from a foreigner. I can't believe this. Let's finish this.
Amazing country.
Obviously, I agree with you. I'm giving her point of view. I have to bring it to another poll we just discussed. Only 69% of the country.
You know what, y'all? I have enough of this. And see, with all this anti-Asian hate bill that's going on, protected them, giving them privilege, you going to disrespecting a Black Olympian? Are you out of your damn mind? And yes, I mean, when I first heard about this story, and again, shouts out to Kimberly Frazier on YouTube. You can check her out. She has a YouTube. She's a podcaster herself. When I heard about this, it pisses me off. And to me, she doesn't even know our history. But yet she's telling her she's spoiled and she doesn't know her history. I'm telling you what, coming from an immigrant, and yet we as black people, we as ADOS has been suffering for 500 years with this craziness. And allowing this woman right here go on Fox News, spirit her hate. Unbelievable, y'all. Unbelievable. And we want to allow her to come on in. I just had enough of this. I really did, y'all. And again, Kimberly Frazier, when I saw her, I said, don't worry about it, sister. I'm on it. I got you. I don't know. I hope Tyrion Reigns follows suit. I hope Seiji Hito follows suit. I hope Lisa Cabrera. I hope anybody follows suit about this story. Because she need to be called out. You know, Yaomi Park need to be called out. A North Korean defect had the audacity to tell a black sister she doesn't know her history and she would have been executed if she was a North Korean. How, man, oh my God. And yet we protected them, people like them. Okay. Y'all let me know what you think about this. I mean, this is shameful. Shameful of what this person said and talk about she doesn't know her history and blah, blah, blah. Wow. Wow. And yet Fox News allowed her to speak like this. Outrageous. Y'all let me know what you think. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this Lions Den signing off. Deuces.